Started with a wallet, learning day by day, research and patience, finding my own way. Market cycles taught me wisdom comes with time, building for the future, one block at a time. HODL Harmonians join together, we are strong in this forever. Crypto is the way, each and every day stay strong through the dips, don't mind the market's tricks.
Hello, hello. Song play out. Just gonna let that song play out. I keep forgetting I'm muted. How we doing?
That's what we believe. Building something greater than we can conceive. Yeah, HODL Harmonians join together. We are strong in this forever. Crypto is the way. Each and every day stay strong through the dips, don't mind the market's tricks. Every transaction, every protocol takes us closer to our common goal. Innovation flowing, change is here to stay, breaking boundaries as we pave the way. HODL Harmonians join together, we are strong in this forever. Crypto is the way, each and every day stay strong through the dips, don't mind the market's tricks.
Hello and welcome. Welcome to HODL Harmony, where the beat of the blockchain meets the rhythm of riches. Are you riding this crypto wave with me? I hope so. I'm Tom Durante, the maestro, a crypto enthusiast who jumped into this wild world back in 2020 with just a GPU mining rig and a passion for passive income. I'm bullish on Bitcoin and Cardano, but I also like taking profits in other coins. And I also like listening to more than one song.
Started with a wallet, learning day by day.
Let's see what we get here. Like I said, what up, Fussy? Good call there with the market. So, I also like taking profits in other coins. With my music background and my excellent background music, as you've just pointed out, I bring a unique vibe to breaking down the crypto economy. Think of it as a soundtrack to your hodling journey. Here on HODL Harmony, expect daily videos, if I feel like it, with market updates, simple technical analysis to read those charts, wallet guides to keep your coins safe, stories from my ongoing mining journey, and oh how ongoing it is, and practical crypto tips. Whether you're new or a seasoned hodler, I'm here to learn and grow with you. It may be a few years ahead of you on your journey, but I am no expert, just passionate. So as always, do your own research. Make sure you hit that like button, smash the subscribe, poke the notification bell, and share this video with your friends to help this channel on its mission of growth. Wow, we're almost already at 4,500. And look, it's me. 4,500 subscribers. My most recent short is not taking off as much as I would have hoped, but that's okay. They hit, they miss, they do what they do. It happens, but here we are, day by day, making some changes in our lives, hopefully. Oh, look at that, and Carlbot Sensei. And Carlbot just decided to catch up with Oh, look. And now, man, now everything starts to work. Isn't that fun? But what I was going to say was, look at that! Isn't that exciting? Let's just refresh all of these because it looks like that's exactly the same chart. Ah, I love how this happens. Do we have $1 ADA yet? Do we? Do we? What happened here? What happened? Reload. Give me an ADA. Can I get an ADA? There we go. Wow, 69. That's a great number. Is this our weekly chart? What is this? Why does everything revert back to Bitcoin? I don't even remember what that was. Was it the hash rate? Give me a moment to reset everything back up. Hash rate, I think I had that on a week and blah, blah, blah. It's way down there. Anyway, I hope you're having a great Monday. We're off to a slow start this Monday evening. Or Tuesday morning, depending on what side of the planet you are on. Right, Fussy? Oh, there we go. Alright, and then we had the Bitcoin. This was a weekly. What is that? This one. And on a weekly. Wow, look at that. Starting off the week a little rough, a little sideways. That's alright. Tuesday morning, 8 a.m. That's crazy. Your message was retracted. Is it 10 a.m.? Do you know what time it is? That's alright. I'm lucky if I know what day it is. I just want to crawl into a deep hibernation and come out on the other side after the Bitcoin market. You're sleepy. I'm sleepy. It's all good. Let's see. Where am I looking? Did I... These are the things I should do before I go live, but I expect everything to... Stablecoin. I expect everything to just kind of stay where I put it. Weekly chart, please, and a thank you. Maybe we'll look at that on a daily. We'll look at that on a 4-hour. There you go. Bitcoin's going up. This is going up too. All right, anyway, let's get into our news. Well, that's good. Yeah, see, 10:39. You are a few hours off. It's all right. I only know because you're 14 hours ahead of me, I believe. I look at my clock and I add 2, and then I add 12. I'm glad you enjoy the music. All right. So, Grok gives me a title, but I kind of go with however I'm feeling that day. Whether I'm going to mix it up or whether it's actually accurate or not. But anyway, here's a fresh roundup of 10 top crypto news stories for your HODL Harmony live stream. You gotta let me know if that music is too loud, because it feels like it's too loud in my head. But if I turn it down too much, you just let me know. Tailored to today's developments, based on the latest available information from the web sources and posts on X. I've also included top 5 crypto gainers and losers. Ooh, Algorand is up 5%. I just got a notification from crypto.com. All right, number 1. Well, this is old news. Bitcoin flatlines near 105,000, and as we can see here on our screens, my music. Bitcoin is not flatlined. It is actually 106. It's pushing up. Look at that. Isn't that lovely? And you've got it right here. Right here. On this lovely chart. I always forget what side it's on. Bitcoin traded sideways until it decided to pump up. My little editorial there. Unchanged from yesterday as investors await the US PCE inflation data and Fed rate decisions. With ETF inflows, 200 million today, balancing miner sales. Bitcoin miner sales. Number 2, Ethereum ETFs face SEC pushback. The SEC challenged Ethereum ETF staking registrations from Rex Shares and Osprey funds, citing misleading disclosures, causing investor losses and dampening altcoin sentiment, per posts on X. South Korea's pro-crypto election. South Korea's presidential election tomorrow, June 3rd, features pro-crypto candidates pledging to ease regulations and expand access, potentially boosting Asia's crypto market. Well, isn't that exciting? Well, that'd be something to watch tomorrow. I wonder if we'll get a nice little pump tonight and into tomorrow. Because you guys you're on Tuesday, so it is tomorrow already there. So this is ongoing right now. I wonder if that's leading to our pump right now. And we've got a little ways to go, but we may see it pump all the way into midnight, if that's what's happening. Exciting news. Singapore cracks down on crypto. Not so exciting news. Singapore's central bank sent a June 30th deadline for local crypto providers to halt overseas digital token services, enforcing strict licensing under the FSM Act. Interesting. Number 5, XRP dips below key support. XRP fell to $2.10, down 34% from its January $3.31 peak, with analysts eyeing $1.79 to $2.62 range amid mixed signals and institutional demand. ADA up 5% to 70 cents. So everything is popping up today, right now, as we speak. Number 6, Tron's $611 billion USDT dominance. Tron possesses $611 billion in monthly USDT transfers, outpacing Ethereum, but faces SEC scrutiny ahead of a June 9th DeFi roundtable. Number 7, Hyperliquid's Hype gains traction. The Hype token rose after a $17 million whale liquidation, cementing its role as a leading derivatives platform. Trump's crypto ventures under fire. The House Democrats intensified probes into Trump's World Liberty Finance and Trump meme coin, citing foreign influence from his May 22nd dinner. I think it's just funny to just have to say the headline that Democrats are probing Trump. What else is new, basically? Number 9, Coinbase hack lawsuits escalates. A class action lawsuit against Coinbase over its $180 million to $400 million hack gained traction, with plaintiffs alleging lax security as DOJ scrutiny deepens. That's not good. They were just added to the S&P 500. And number 10, Solana's developer growth slows. Solana's monthly active developers dropped to 3,800 from 4,200, trailing Ethereum, despite NFT marketplace gains. Here's your reminder to stay hydrated. Your body is mostly water, and my cup would like to remind you that you got this. All right, our top 5 crypto gainers. Wow. Wemex. The Wemex token is up 51.9%. Surged on gaming ecosystem updates and exchange listings. Well, that's cool. Never heard of that. Tokamak Network, or TON, is up. I thought there was already a TON coin. Anyway, 37.2% gained from blockchain scalability hype. Layer 3, the L3 token, up 35.5%, rose on Web3 protocol adoption. And all of these are from EM Agency. I don't know what that is or what. Oh, these are all from that. Because I've never heard of any of these. P-Stake Finance, or P-Stake token, is up 28.6%, up due to staking platform growth per EM Agency. Beercoin, Beercoin 2. The Beer 2 token is up 28.4%. Meme coin rallied on community buzz. All right, well, I guess if meme coins are back, then I guess we're back into this market here. Because last week was a little depressing. All right, top 5 crypto losers. Are you ready? Moonpig. The Moonpig token, down 17.9%, plummeted after meme coin hype faded, and that's how they go. The quicker they rise, the quicker they fall. Akala, the ACA token, down 17%, fell on DeFi protocol slowdown. Radium, the Ray token, down 9.39%, dropped amid Solana ecosystem concerns. Giga Chad, the Giga token, down 7.5%, declined as meme coin momentum waned. Mudang, the Mudang token, down 6.69%, slipped on reduced social media traction. All right, some talking points for you to discuss in the comments below. Bitcoin's $105,000 stall. HODL or wait for inflation data. I thought we were getting something today. I didn't see anything big dropping news today. Ethereum ETF drama, SEC overreach or justified crackdown. South Korea's crypto election. Asia's next bull market trigger. Singapore's crypto clampdown. Global regulation, trend or one-off. Wemix and Ton spikes, legit projects or pump and dump risks. You gotta let me know in the comments below. All right, let's get back into our market checkup here. I'm just gonna get in, get out here tonight. Let's see, so we are pumping. We're at 106. 106. I'm just double checking. I know I took that off. Oh yeah, this is mid-tide. I was like, I know I like this one. All right. So $106,000, $131.11. And we are in a uptrend. It looks from this momentum wave that it's stalling out a little bit. But, I mean, that could do anything. That could pull back a little since we had a substantial pump here. It could pull back a little bit, but you see the blue momentum wave is picking up behind it. So overall, over the next 12 hours or so, who knows, we're going to be having a nice little big pump here, big wave. It does seem like that is the case, and that's okay with me. 103,687. We bottomed out. It's a little bit, if you look back here, it's a little bit of a lower low, but I mean, if we were to go to the 4-hour candles, we probably wouldn't see that same thing. If we could go to the 4-hour candles. Is that it? 4-hour candles. Yeah, see? Right there. There's 103. And that was Friday, May 25th? Yeah, is that right? Friday? May 30th. Yeah, the 30th of May. Okay, so 103. See, sometimes it's good to zoom out because you can see we had that nice big pump, had a nice little pullback, and here we are gaining. So sometimes it's good to zoom out just a little bit. I do like the excitingness of the 1-hour candles, but they are somewhat inaccurate. 4-hour and 12-hour already crossed. Waiting for the daily to cross as well. Oh, I see. Yep. Okay, so we had a nice bottom there, 103, and boom, we're back up on the daily. And you see, we broke our trend line, which may be why we kind of felt some resistance there, but I have a feeling we're going to be breaking a lot of trend lines here. I have a feeling we're breaking this thing a lot. The MA cross indicator. All right. Let's check in with Cardano here. Like I said, 69, and we're pushing up. Crypto.com is reporting it at 70 cents, which is not too far off. So it all depends on where you're getting your data from. But I think we're in a nice uptrend from here on out. Okay, hash rate dropped ever so slightly. We're on a week here. So what is this week? That's the week that is beginning now. So we're on a little bit. We're recovering from a downtrend. We'll probably see that pick back up as the price comes back up. People bring more miners online because they're more profitable. Anyway, we shall see what happens. Oh, did we just get? No. What? No. I'm like, what's happening here? This is a weekly candle. I thought we just got a new opening of a new candle here. All right, there's our weeks. Is that the right one? I don't think that was. There's the right one. That's my little indicator there. Yep, that's the right one. All right, and we took a look at this. Everything seems to be going up, so that's good. Let's see. Are we in greed again? Nope, we're still neutral here. Let's just refresh it one more time, just to be safe. We are still in greed, or in neutral territory here, but that's okay. Neutral, not fear, which is good. All right, look at that nice little uptrend right there. 106K. Let's see what the trend is looking like. It's still down. That is so surprising. But I think until this starts to really tick up, this is a peak indicator. So we had a peak here in November, but it really didn't matriculate until like January. So we were peaking here, at the beginning of the year. So it's just a little weird that this is not as exciting for the masses as it usually or should be, or something like that. Oh no, we flipped Amazon. Did we? Or was that old news? Are we flipping Google? Is that what we were trying to flip? Yeah, I think we had already done that. Anyway, let's move on here. Throw some thoughts down there if you want to talk about anything specific, because I'm just going to run down my bookmarks. This is how it feels sometimes. You ever got your friends and family's head in a tuba and you're just going on and on about Bitcoin? That's me sometimes. Except I have easier access to tubas, so yeah. Anyway, I don't think that's how you're supposed to hold that. I mean, that's like a marching tuba, but I think if you were... Anyway, enough about tubas. All right, now, I've lived with cats a little bit, but I don't know, this is just, you buy the fancy thing and they'd rather play with the cardboard box? Is that what that is? Is that what I'm picking up on? All right, let's see what we got. That's just a cool picture. You ever look at a dollar that closely? Maybe it's true. If it is, I'd be very frightened. All right. The price of eggs in the U.S. has dropped 61% since President Trump took office. Remember the egg shortage? I remember not being able to get any eggs. It was wild. This guy using Grok. I've been getting a lot more Elon Musk posts on this account. How it feels to have a dozen Grok windows open at your workstation at 2 a.m. mainlining parallel streams of knowledge. I have to say I've never used multiple Grok windows open at once. Maybe I'll have to try that. Is that the Transformers? I'm almost embarrassed to ask. Is that Marvel or something? I don't know. That's like Iron Man. I don't know what that is anyway. Embarrassed to say, but not really. So, Charles Hoskinson is the only person that Crypto Crow believes would explain crypto to Joe Rogan in an unbiased, easy-to-understand way that would educate the masses on the transition happening right now. I agree 100%. Let's repost that. Steak and Shake says 1 in every 500. What's up, Rose? Hello. Steak and Shake says 1 in every 500 Bitcoin transactions is now for their payments at Steak and Shake. This is not a marketing gimmick. Huge. That is very huge. Like I said yesterday, you can take your friends to Steak and Shake, get them a shake, get them some fries. Now, hot take. I dip my fries right into the shake. I don't know. I thought that was a fairly normal thing, but every time a student sees me do that, they're like, "What are you doing? Why are you doing that?" And same with graham crackers in my coffee. I think they think I'm drinking water, but I'm drinking coffee, and I dip my graham cracker right into the coffee. I didn't think these things were weird. But anyway, you can get your steak, you can get your tallow fries, and you can talk to your friends about Bitcoin while paying for their lunch with Bitcoin, because you're going to be richer than them if they don't get Bitcoin. Go convert some people. Do it. Now this, just because I'm a musician, I thought this was rather cool. I may have to experiment with some of these. Now, the inside of a normal violin would not have these little squares on top. Those are repairs. unless this violin is like 2,000 years old or 200 years old or something, and it's got a lot of splitting, but it does not look like the soundboard here has a lot of splitting. And they can be down here too, so there's none down here. But those are like a little patch that you would put on there, that a luthier would put on there if they were repairing a crack. So I don't know why there's a bunch of those there. Anyway, just a little insider knowledge for you about the inside of a violin. These pictures are pretty cool. Until you get to the sax one. That one's not very cool. I'm not sure what instrument this is. Is it a piano? I think it might be a piano. Yeah, that's a piano. Yep, it's a piano action. That's a cool picture. The musician inside of me loves these pictures. Move like everything is going to work out. Because it is. You got to have that faith. This beast will make life multiplanetary one day, and one day very soon. Alright. Charles Hoskinson is trending on X amid rumors of a potential Joe Rogan interview. That would be epic. This guy right here, this is hilarious. Faking it till you're making it. Me driving a Ferrari. Not. Yeah, I'm thinking about it. How you doing, Roman? How you doing? So this is an interesting story here. This guy's friend bought a fixer-upper house 2 years ago, and he spent 12 hours a day, 6 days a week for 2 years crawling in and out of it, rebuilding the entire thing, and he got a 40% return, which, pretty good. That's pretty good. But if he had bought Bitcoin, he'd be up 290%. He's learned his lesson, and now he will be exclusively using Bitcoin as his wealth creation vehicle. No more houses. But I mean, he did a really good job. That's a really nice house. But still, it's a house. You still have to sell it. That is Ross Ulbricht. There he is. As Bilbo Baggins. After all, why not? Why shouldn't I spend my Silk Road bagsies? So that's that chart you've seen of all the different investment things and how much they are worth and all that stuff. Real estate and gold and all that stuff. The market caps of each of those being swallowed up by the black hole that is Bitcoin. I thought this was pretty cool. The real height of the Roman Colosseum represented by 2,000 drones. That's just cool what they can do with these drones. I don't know exactly how that works. The world's richest man just brought up Bitcoin for the first time in 3 years. That's exciting. Last time he brought up Bitcoin, it went up 50%. Just last time he talked about it, huh? That's that God candle we're all waiting for. Anybody else this old? If you are that old, maybe you can tell me what game that is, because I'm almost that old. I remember computers like that. I still remember computers like that, but I don't know what game that is. I have no idea. That's a fun one, though. Brings you right back. All right, this was interesting here. So it took 8 years for solar to go from 100 terawatt hours to 1,000 terawatt hours of power, and then just 3 years to pass 2,000 terawatt hours. Solar is growing faster than any source of electricity in history. Interesting. The one thing I don't get down with about solar is the fact that the panels don't last as long as they really should. You kind of have to replace them, I don't know, 10 years or 15 years or something like that. They don't last as long as you think they might. So that's part of something to consider if you were going that way. Okay, I didn't like this and I actually commented on it. Ethereum, 15 transactions per second. That's pretty abysmal. PayPal, 200 transactions per second. Visa, 24,000. Solana, bullshit, 65,000. And Lightning, 40 million? But then somebody commented. Let's look at the comments. And I said, where's Cardano? Because Cardano is way faster than that. While Lightning's theoretical throughput is huge, the real bottleneck is onboarding and offboarding via Bitcoin's base layer. High demand for channel openings would drive fees much higher, making mass adoption costly and slow. So yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure that that's actually accurate. This would probably be better suited to be Cardano. That's more likely what Cardano looks like. I think it's like in the realm of 1 billion transactions per second or something ridiculous like that. But yeah, all of this is fake. That is nothing real right there. Nothing to see here, folks. But yeah, I was like, where's Cardano? All right, 95% of all Bitcoin has been mined. Yet 95% of people of the world doesn't own any. Bitcoin will be worth $3 million or even more in the long term, says this guy on CNBC. That is true, Fussy. When the market's up, so's our mood. Okay, so we were talking about this a little bit yesterday, and I am a huge proponent of this. I want to be the Johnny Appleseed of Bitcoin. I was going to say bacon, but I don't think bacon needs a Johnny Appleseed. Johnny Apple Bacon. But Johnny Bitcoin Seed. That was actually a good name. Johnny Bitcoin Seed. I'm going to remember that. This is the full-blown Bitcoin stack. There is no second best. If you want to remain free, you must do the hard things. You got to hold your own keys. And I saw a video pointing out that, I think it was Matthew Crater on Bitcoin University, pointing out that somebody who was presenting at the Bitcoin convention was telling people that there used to be this thing, not your keys, not your coins. No, there still is this thing, not your keys, not your coins. Basically, that hasn't gone anywhere. And he's like, it's an outdated blah, blah, blah. No, it's not. If you do not have your seed phrase, you do not have custody of your coins, period. If you're not running your own node, at least those two out of the 3, not bad. 66%, solid. If you're not running your own node and running your own transactions through that node, then you are not taking advantage of what privacy you can. Okay? So when you run your node, you run transactions through that node, through like a Sparrow wallet or anything. Like if you use a Sparrow wallet, I use a Sparrow wallet to communicate with my cold card. And so I send transactions to my Sparrow wallet through my node, and then also through the node, I send them from the Sparrow wallet, which is a hot wallet on my computer, to my cold wallet. And so once it leaves the exchange, it's anonymous, and it's not tied to my identity. So that is part of your sovereignty when you're running Bitcoin. So this forever, this. I'm going to use that. This is the way to do Bitcoin. And then, even if you just have a BitAxe and you're mining your own transactions through your own node, that's all you need. Yo, Mr. Butters, welcome to the conversation. What's keeping you from running your own node, hardware wallet, and home miner, Mr. Butters? And Fussy and Rose, what's keeping you from doing that? Really? What's this? Solo Satoshi affiliate program. Okay. See, look at that. You run a node on an old computer. And see, that's what I have. Not that exact one, but it's, you see, this is the holdup. You don't need this one. This is not irrelevant, but not as relevant. Not as necessary. Do you have an old laptop? If you have an old laptop, you can absolutely run your own node. If you have $100 laying around that's extra, even if you take some of your Bitcoin or whatever, as it starts to accumulate and you start to get more profits and things like that, throw $100 at a Raspberry Pi. You have an old HP laptop, you can absolutely run a node. All you gotta do, if you flash, you can flash Umbrel to it. Umbrel is a good place to start. I've talked about that in the past. Windows 7, yeah, I mean, you're gonna just have to flash a new, you could probably do it on Windows. If you do Bitcoin knots. I'm pretty sure you can install the software and just run a node. Yeah, Bitcoin knots for Windows. You download that, you run it, and you're gonna need, I would say 2 terabytes to be safe, but you would need at least 1 terabyte to download the blockchain. The blockchain is like 800 gigabytes, and that takes a long time. I've been trying to do it for a couple of weeks now on a couple of various different builds, but that's the first step, and then you can start to hook things up. I'm going to do a series of videos on some of this stuff, but if we look here, let me look up Matthew Cratter. How do I spell? I don't know how to spell anymore. Matthew Cratter. Let's see, did he... what is this? User-friendly NOS configuration. Okay, well... Okay, Satoshi, I think, did a very good job at explaining this. How to configure your NOTs node. Settings are the same on Umbrel and Start 9. He had like a whole thing where he walked through what to do. Let me see if I can find that. I'll post that into the chat. Let's see. It is truly this important. This is what is necessary. Okay. Let's see. Can I search for posts on his page? Is that a thing I can do? That should be a thing I should be able to do. I mean, you think that, oh, I can. Thank you. Node. There we go. That's exactly what I wanted. How do I share this? Copy link. All right, here's a couple of things, some resources for you. Sorry that took so long. A couple of resources for you. This is the post with a video on how to run your own Bitcoin node. You've got all these different posts that show you how to do it. Basically, you're going to install and use Bitcoin knots. Bitcoin Core are the people who are trying to corrupt Bitcoin. So don't do that. Do the Bitcoin knots. And then there you have it. All right. So don't think it's too difficult. I promise you it's not. And you help out the Bitcoin ecosystem just by doing it. So you should do it. Do it now. Okay, so this was kind of funny. We're throwing a Bitcoin conference. Tell the truth. Well, some other projects might be there. Be honest. It's a full-on crypto Web3 wizard. Web3 wizard, stablecoin, JPEG, and politician worshipping F-Fest. Thank you for being honest. That's basically what it was. All right, so that was yesterday. Yeah, I don't know. This was kind of funny. People who trust fiat currencies, and this is the central bank pissing all over you. It looks great until you look at that. All right, so we're back at our stories from yesterday. That's pretty much all I got for you today. Let's dangerously look and see. I didn't hear anything about Jerome Powell. Let's see, Jerome Powell. Did he resign? I don't think he did. Yeah, what the hell? That's about how I feel right now. I know, what the hell? He was supposed to. Or at least that's what we heard. That's kind of shitty. Selling their homes to 20% over asking to BlackRock instead of giving it to a couple. I mean, I don't know how accurate that is, but you know, it's a sentiment type of a thing. So was this today? He just said, to quiet part out loud, Bitcoin is coming. So that's what he said, huh? The end of the Bretton Woods era fundamentally changed monetary policy. And so the old monetary system is dead. So that's not what he said, but that's an extrapolation of what he said. So I guess nothing happened there. That was a little bit of what we call fake news, like you said, Fussy. This is really cool. I like this. This guy's making some really cool wallpapers. Very cool. All right, this was a good talk. I listened to this. If you want to listen to, if you haven't listened to enough Michael Saylor talking about Bitcoin, then you should watch this. Very good, very good. Oh, goodness. I told you something was going on with Crypto Crow. I knew something was off. It looked like he was ready to cry. Am I not subscribed? I am subscribed. All right, so that's pretty much all I got for you today. I'm just kind of chilling. That's all I got. Turn your home to yeah, so I think the one main thing to take away from this, a couple of things talked about borrowing against your Bitcoin, which I thought was kind of an interesting thing. Okay, yeah, so we just got a new candle and we're up. We are still up. Look at us go up. So a couple of things to take away from the Bitcoin conference. The main thing is what I would say a number of people were talking about using your Bitcoin as collateral to borrow against it without having to sell. So that is one of the main focuses of the upcoming months here for crypto, basically for Bitcoin. Being able to borrow against your assets in a responsible way and not in a scammy kind of a way, you know, which has been a lot of the history of crypto lending and things like that. So take for it what you will. I think that's gonna about do it for me tonight. We'll call it here. Yeah. So look forward to some daily content. As Roman said, I may be taking a little fishing trip down to the Florida Keys. So that'll be kind of interesting. It'll be fun. I've been down to the very first key, which is Key Largo, I think. But I've not been to Key West. So that should be fun and interesting and a long drive from where I'm at. Pretty much from anywhere. So anyway, a couple of things you can do for humanity if you feel like helping out the human race. Number one, be kind and respectful to this person here in the mirror, because that is truly the only person who matters. Number two, be respectful to other people. Even if they don't deserve it, it really messes with their head. Number three, be respectful to all earthlings, big and small. And number four, please remember that you got this. Your body is mostly water. Get your daily dose. So good. If you want to help out the channel, there are a number of things that you can do. Thank you, thank you. Thanks for tuning in. As always, you guys, you make it all worth it. And if you're new here, cue the metal. I think the music really helps with the vibe. And just based on your feedback, you know, it's like you guys really like it. That's pretty interesting. You know, we talked about doing Music Mondays. Let's do one quick song before I leave. I know it's just about to get off. But let's do a quick little song here. Okay, I'm gonna do a stagnant market blues. Booyah. All right, there's my chorus. Stagnant Bitcoin bull run blues. Had to sell my blue suede shoes. I got them diamond hands. Don't sell my Bitcoin if I can. I got a few more moments left in me here. I'm going to make a song real quick for our Music Monday. All right, let's see what we come up with here. All right, I'm gonna not read. I just want to see. Oh, that's it. Okay, can we expand that? Oh my God, typing. If that's how you spell choruses. Hey, no problem, everybody. I figured it's Monday and we had talked about doing songs. So let's do a fun little song here. All right, there we go. We got that. We got it. Okay, looks good. Minor key driving rhythms. Let's see if it'll give us. Let's see if it'll give us an image. On my phone, it's been giving me troubles. Blues guitar with Bitcoins. Boom. Yeah, see, it's been giving me troubles. Trying to make a picture. There we go. Okay, that's not what I wanted. It's also not what I wanted. Alrighty then. We'll make it come up with something random. Alright, let's see what we get here. Since this only takes a few seconds to do. If you want to help out the channel, finish my sign off here while we wait for our songs to do. Number 1, you can hit the like button. Number 2, you should smash the subscribe. Number 3, you should listen to this song. Ooh, it's a diamond. Look at that. That's kind of cool. All right, boys and lady, here we go.
Charts all day and night. Lost my savings in the fight.
Oh, don't do that.
Paper hands just fade away.
How did it know about paper hands?
HODLers live another day.
It said HODLer's right. What?
Stagnant Bitcoin bull run blues.
Yes, sir.
I had to sell my blue suede shoes. I got them diamond hands.
Yes, sir.
Don't sell my Bitcoin if I can.
Wow, this is pretty good.
Market cycles come and go.
Yes, sir.
Portfolio sinking low.
Oh, God, don't say that.
But I'll keep mining through and through.
Ooh.
Till this bear market bids adieu.
That's right. We'll be bringing this one back.
Candles fill my screen.
No.
But I won't give up without a fight.
That's true.
Dollar cost average.
Oh my God. How does it know?
To keep those losses held at bay.
How does it know?
Crypto winter's getting cold.
No, it's not, but this is funny as hell.
I'll keep stacking, brave and bold. These diamond hands won't ever break, no matter what the markets take. Keto lost till the big mall shade.
Oh my gosh.
I don't be on dog, I find out fact.
A little AI language.
My train with plus and you. Won't let a day for you.
Okay.
Run hot and strong.
Yes, sir.
Though profits take a while and long. Hash rate dropping day by day. Still believing anyway. From all coins to the Bitcoin chain. Through every market's joy. I'll stake my claim and persevere till better days appear.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah, let's listen to this next one here. Oh, it came up with a pretty good picture too. Ooh, this is not bad either.
Trading charts all day and night. Lost my savings in the fight.
Don't do that.
Paper hands just fade away while hodlers live another day.
How does it know how to say that word? It's learning.
Stagnant Bitcoin bull run blues.
I like this one.
I had to sell my blue suede shoes.
Ooh.
I got them diamond hands. Don't sell my Bitcoin if I can.
No, no, no.
Market cycles come and go. Portfolio sinking low.
Not that low.
I'll keep mining through and through till this bear market bids adieu.
All right, friends, we're going to call it a night right there. So if you want to help out the channel, a couple of things that you can do. You can fight away them red candles by doing a couple of things. Number one, hit that like button. Number two, smash the subscribe. Number three, poke that notification bell so you get notified whenever I put out new content. And number four, please share this video with everyone you know. I won't get into all the details, but you know who I'm talking about. And the number 5 thing that you should do is join the conversation on Discord. And the number 6 thing that you should do to help out yourself, the universe, the crypto economy at large, and more importantly, humanity itself, is have a great night. I will see you tomorrow.